Dr. Atkins' Diet Revolution. Robert Atkins, MD, wrote the book more than 40 years ago. There are newer versions of the diet, including New Atkins for a new you, and a website. Old or new, the Atkins diet turns the typical carb-heavy American diet on its head. The theory is that when you drastically cut back on carbs, your body turns to your fat stores for fuel. The result is you burn body fat, releasing a byproduct called ketones that you'll use for energy. The plan is not recommended for people with severe kidney disease. If you have heart disease, check with your doctor before starting this plan. Does it work? There has been quite a bit of research on low-carb diets for weight loss and management of diabetes. Studies show that low-carb diets are as effective for weight loss as traditional approaches and can improve cholesterol and triglycerides. But like any diet, it can be challenging to stick with for a long time. What you can eat and what you can't. The first part of the plan, called the induction phase, has these rules: no more than 20 grams of carbohydrates per day, mostly from certain vegetables. Protein and fat from poultry, fish, eggs, red meat, butter, and vegetable oils. No pasta, bread, grains, fruit, starchy vegetables, or dairy other than butter, cheese, and cream. No nuts, seeds, or legumes like beans. No caffeine. No alcohol. Next comes the ongoing weight loss stage, when you slowly add more vegetables, and you can include seeds, nuts, legumes, berries and other fruit, wine and other low-carb alcohol, and whole grains. After that, to help keep the weight off, you may be able to eat more carbs and add more foods to your diet, depending on your body's needs. Newer versions of the diet, including New Atkins for a new you and the Atkins website, emphasize making good food choices, such as healthy fats. Level of effort, medium. You don't have to go to meetings or buy special foods, but you're probably going to have to make some big changes in your menus. You may notice that your breath has a distinct smell due to the ketones your body makes. Some call that smell bad. Atkins said the smell is not an offensive one. You may also have headaches and feel irritable. Limitations. Cutting out food groups, especially whole grains and dairy, really limits what you can eat. It also means your diet may be low in certain nutrients including fiber, calcium, potassium, and magnesium. Vitamin and mineral supplements may be necessary to fill in nutritional gaps. Cooking and shopping. You will need to count carbs and factor that into whatever you're cooking at home or ordering in a restaurant. You should read food labels and use the carbohydrate counter in the book. The first phase of the diet may be challenging, since the list of foods you're allowed to have is very limited. You may have to skip many of your favorite foods and treats. You'll also need to keep a close eye on your weight. Changes in your weight affect how many carbs you can have in your daily diet. Packaged food/meals. A variety of Atkins branded products are available, but none is required. In-person meetings. No. Exercise. The Atkins plan recommends at least 30 minutes of exercise on most days of the week. Does it allow for dietary restrictions or preferences? Vegetarians and vegans. The Atkins website says the diet is perfectly possible for vegetarians, and challenging, but not impossible, for vegans. The site offers options if you avoid animal foods. Beans and tofu are allowed. Vegans and vegetarians start out in the ongoing weight loss phase, skipping the first very low-carb phase. The website emphasizes legumes and soy foods, including tofu for vegans, and soy and a small amount of legumes for vegetarians. Gluten-free diet. The Atkins diet cuts back on carbs like bread, but it doesn't ban gluten. If you go on this diet and are trying to completely avoid gluten, you'll need to do more than pass on the bread basket. You should also read food labels to check for stealthy sources of gluten. Low-salt diet.